Okay, so tell me if this situation sounds familiar to you. After weeks of waiting, your bulk order of custom designed shirts has finally arrived. And there have been many delays, but you've been waiting so patiently at your doorstep, checking the tracking number every 5 minutes, and finally you get that notification that the package is ready to be delivered. But before it can be dropped off at your door, you get this bill. And after opening this bill, you see that the price is way higher than you expected. Now, is this a mistake, or is this just the new reality dealing with the new tariffs? According to a recent study at MIT, more than half of small and medium-sized business owners in the US expect the new tariff policy established by the Trump administration to increase their operating costs, and over 40% predict a decline in sales. Now, why? Well, with overseas goods being charged new tariff rates, everything from clothing to basic materials has gotten way more expensive, and especially when it comes to items being shipped from China. So what can you actually do to stay competitive here and not raise your prices to the point where your customers literally start a riot? Well, in his newsletter Created, John Uche predicts that creators are going to be shifting into digital products over physical merch due to the rising cost of production and shipping and the tariffs associated with China. And I mean, we agree. The tariff negotiations and all the confusion around them are a great opportunity to take a long, hard look at your business and also discover ways you can grow into a digital space. And I mean, there will always be a demand for physical products, obviously, and it is important to look into your production lines or find established partners to really rely on so you can make way better predictions into your profit margins and not have to worry about raising prices too soon. Tariff negotiations are inevitably going to affect small businesses way more than the big box stores, but let's just explore a few tactics to really adapt your product and stay competitive. But before we actually begin with discussing the tactics, we should really clear one thing up here. What is a tariff and why do we need to have them? A tariff is basically a tax on imported goods designed to make them more expensive and encourage buyers to prioritize domestic products. And historically, this tool has been used to protect and develop local industries. Like South Korea, for example, successfully used tariffs in the 1960s to nurture companies like Samsung and Hyundai by shielding them from foreign competition during their growth phases, which was super great. However, the aggressive tariff strategy by the Trump administration, especially concerning China's vast manufacturing sector, really resulted in retaliatory measures and significant uncertainty. And at one point, the administration even increased tariffs on so many Chinese goods to an unprecedented 145%, only to lower them to 30% as part of the temporary 90-day resolution period. And there was this extreme confusion and uncertainty around which products were affected, also by how much and when, and that basically created a really chaotic environment for the small businesses and e-commerce entrepreneurs who really depend on Chinese imports. And this talk about trade tension probably feels very chaotic and will have you running for a survival bunker. I mean, understandably so, but we are here to tell you that you can put down the jumbo pack of toilet paper and water bottles. This isn't the time to panic, trust me. This is actually a time to grow and to use the chaos as a catalyst for inspiration to diversify and to create new opportunities for yourself. Because making a few small changes now can really mean the difference between thriving and surviving. So let's take a look at a few strategies to help adapt your online business and keep profits steady. So, I mean, you can put down the survivalist gear and really focus on growing your business instead. So now you probably already know this and you know the answer to this, but it is still really important to ask yourself the most basic questions to really ground your business and make changes from a place of realistic need. And the answer to what are you selling is a solution to your customers' needs. And for a profitable pivot, that need is what's going to inspire that big shift. For example, the needs of a business that makes and designs band merch, for example, is going to be way different from someone who's running a knitting store, let's say. You likely can't provide the exact same solutions to both customers. And when you can answer that question, really ask yourself, where is it coming from? Sure, I mean, you buy those band shirts, for example, from Gildan so you can print them at home, but do you know where they manufacture each product line? Or let's say where their fulfillment center is located? And understanding your current supply chain will illuminate the points where the US tariffs will hurt you the most, and how you also can adapt your business so they don't decimate your profit margins completely. And these two questions will really give you a deep understanding of what type of business you have and what new opportunities are best suited to you, as well as whether there are alternative rules or programs already in place that could help your business out. And alternatives could be something like the de minimis rule, which allows imported goods that are valued at less than $800 to enter the US completely duty-free. And the de minimis rule has not yet been changed, which means those stores that are going direct to customer shipping won't be impacted as much by the Trump administration's increased tariffs. And knowing this de minimis rule means you can even advise your customers when they're starting to reach that $800 limit. For example, on WooCommerce, you can install extensions by Adify or Skyverge to display a notification when your customer's cart is about to go over the de minimis exemption. But just before diving headfirst into changing up your entire business structure, take a moment to really identify the products that are most at risk and ask yourself, why am I selling this? Also ask yourself, is there a better alternative out there? If not, what can I change about this product so that the tariffs won't impact my customers or my bottom line completely? But if you want to avoid the impact of tariffs altogether, what better way than to start selling digital products rather than relying only on physical ones? With digital products, you can avoid the overhead and logistics of moving production or finding new fulfillment centers and add a whole new revenue stream that will keep going long after the tariff negotiation is over and finished with. And honestly speaking here, this strategy is one of the best ways to create a really resilient business. And if you're kind of lost and wondering where to even begin, we actually have a complete tutorial on how to create and sell your first digital product from complete scratch. It's right here, but I'll also link it down below in the description, so definitely check it out. And I can already hear you guys saying there's no way to change a physical product into a digital one, and you know what? Yeah, you're right. I can't say anything. You're completely right. And if, for example, you sell phone cases, there's absolutely no way you can just magically turn a protective phone case into a digital product. But something that you can do is take the design elements and turn them into digital products. Like your computer, is probably full of PNG files, so why not convert some of those designs into sticker packs that users can download for their social media, digital planners, or messaging apps? And you can even create theme packs to match your phone case designs, like creating a cohesive brand for your customers, basically. And obviously this won't completely replace the revenue generated from selling phone cases, but it could be an add-on that helps balance out the loss from increased import costs. And this shift to digital products doesn't have to begin and end with downloadables. You could also look into creating online courses, also subscriptions, or other services to really complement your online stores. For example, online courses can be offered as a one-on-one service, or you can use software like Sana AI to build course packages that can be completed in the user's own time. Creators like Tim Rodenbroker have online courses that are paired with a subscription. So while a user is learning from the pre-made course materials, they can also subscribe for access to a community Discord, tutorial posts, and even receive weekly updates from Tim's blog. And letting your users in on your own journey might not be as hands-off as you're used to, but it is a really great way to encourage community building and make new connections through your already established brand. And the solution here is to put the product back in your customer's hands. So rather than buy an object, they are buying a lesson or a guide from you. If online courses aren't your thing, I mean, you can always get creative. I mean, what else can you pull from your original product that will inspire your customers? A phone case cannot be digital, and most people probably don't need an online course about a phone case. I mean, obviously, but the plans for making a phone case from a 3D printer, for example, can be made into a digital download, along with the instructions on how to actually make it. Is this example a little bit weird and outside the box? Yeah, maybe, but creating the plans for a 3D printer phone case opens you up to a whole new market of DIYers that want to explore and play, not just shop for a single phone case. But I mean, this whole entire situation really forces you to look at every part of your business and really ask, is this tool working as hard as it can for me? Now, that question absolutely applies to your online store. And if you're really reevaluating your setup right now and looking for a solution that's truly built to help your bottom line, then it's worth looking at the features a platform can really offer you. And this is where a solution like Hostinger's AI website builder can be a really strong fit, especially if you want to act on the idea we offer in this video. Now, this platform makes it incredibly simple to set up and sell digital downloads, so you can test out that new revenue stream without a technical headache. And on top of that, its online store has a 0% commission fee, which means you keep the full revenue from every single sale, which is a massive advantage when margins are tight. And it's a really powerful combination of features, and I mean, since we offer a free trial and a 30-day money-back guarantee policy, you can try it out completely risk-free to see if it's the right fit for your business and if you want to continue with it. And with our coupon code WB10, you will get an additional 10% off your plan, and I'll also leave the link to the landing page in the video's description down below. So I mean, all that being said, of course, pivoting to digital is a fantastic strategy, but it isn't the only one out there. For many of you, physical products are still the core of your business, and you have no plans to change that, and that's totally fine. They might be essential for attracting the first-time customer who came to your store to buy something tangible like a phone case. But what I'm saying is, if you're fully committed to your physical merch, the answer isn't to stop selling, it's to get smarter about how and where it's made. This means it's time to start thinking about shifting production lines right now. Because I mean, we're so used to looking towards China for our manufacturing needs, but other countries are starting to really grow their own industries and are really competitive alternatives. Like places like India, Vietnam, and even Mexico are starting to get to the level where they can compete with China, and that helps you as a business owner to really diversify your product base. And I mean, sourcing new manufacturers and fulfillment centers and supply chains, it does take a lot of research, but ultimately creating diversity in your supply chains creates long-term resilience to market changes. So to simplify the process, you could partner with a web service like Gelato or Printify, who already have an arsenal of suppliers and fulfillment centers, and that will make the process a lot easier for you. Like Gelato, for example, lays out where their suppliers are located for each product, and it tells you upfront how much an item will cost based on the country it is being shipped to. And Gelato is taking care of the fulfillment and is keeping track of which tariffs are being charged. So, I mean, the business owner, which is you can focus on creating an eye-catching design and customer outreach rather than the logistics of supply chains, which is definitely a big hassle. So I mean, both Gelato and Printify automatically route your orders to the nearest fulfillment center. By partnering with a print-on-demand service like this, you eliminate the stress of importing bulk orders and having to really calculate new prices based on fluctuating tariffs, nor calculating shipping or duty fees for the second leg of its journey to the actual customer. And the best part here is that with plugins and integrations on Etsy, WooCommerce, and even TikTok Shop, these print-on-demand services have you covered on all of the parts of your digital footprint. So I mean, basically, tariffs are not this new phenomenon. They have been used all throughout history to boost industry and encourage domestic production. But as the Trump administration continues to negotiate with major industry players like China, you may feel really tempted to freak out, but we are here to tell you there is no need to throw in the towel just yet. As I already said, we have barely just scratched the surface when it comes to what you can do to grow in a new direction. Pivoting to digital products, also adding subscriptions and online courses, or just shifting suppliers for your merch are just a few ideas for how you can protect your business from the impact of Trump's administration's tariff policies. Don't get me wrong, I know this whole thing is super stressful, but now is really the time to start thinking outside the box. Now, let me know which strategy in this video you want to try. I mean, maybe digital products, maybe diversifying your suppliers. Just let me know in the comments down below. And also, I would love to hear any other thoughts that you have. And also, if you're interested in building an online store with Hostinger's AI website builder that I mentioned before, check out this video right here where we show you a step-by-step process on how to do it exactly. But now, thank you so much for watching. Please consider subscribing to our channel, and I will see you in the next video.